The ADAC Rallye Deutschland was the fourth round of the 2012 FIA WRC Academy. And after wins on both the previous two rounds, it was the Academy leader, Elfyn, who was first to drive his Ford Fiesta R2 onto the start ramp. Earlier in the day, an incident involving another car had forced the rally organisers to cut short the shakedown stage. And so Elfyn and the other Academy competitors hadn't had a chance to finalise their setups for the event. In addition, the weather forecast was promising heavy rain showers for the coming 2 days. 6 stages were planned for day one, which took place on the narrow, bumpy roads of the vineyards in the Mosel region. Thanks to a far from ideal suspension setup, Elfyn and his co-driver Phil Pugh were only second fastest on stage one, although their time wasn't helped by catching 2 other cars on the stage.
And flat right over junction into late 3 right left entry slot, handbrake right.
Around 6 seconds were lost, but a spin on stage 2 then cost the pair another 24 seconds.
Sharp keep in, and it's a spun that you spun right. Just start it up.
Stage 3 was cancelled after a fire involving another competitor. So, the chance to change the suspension settings at service meant Elfyn and Phil could tackle the afternoon's 3 stages in far more confident mood. Sure enough, the pair were immediately on the pace and set the fastest time on stage 5. The 30-second deficit after stage 2 had turned into a lead of just under 10 seconds by the time the crews returned to the service park in Trier at the end of the day.
Oh, it's been a very difficult day. Stages have been very tough, lots of loose gravel, and we've been lucky a couple of times, but hopefully we'll have a cleaner run tomorrow now. We had a big spin on stage 2. We were lucky not to hit anything, I think, to be honest, but we got it together and got it back going again, and turned out okay in the end.
Others have hit problems, and we've kept it clean like we intended to do. And yeah, 3 good runs, and we're now in the lead by nearly 10 seconds, so it's all good so far.
Day 2 consisted of another 6 stages, but the promised rain had arrived overnight, and so stage 7, the first of the day, was soaking. Despite being on slick tyres, Elfyn attacked on the stage and set the fastest time, taking a stunning 35 seconds off the crew in second place. Day 2 was very different in character to day 1, and the Panzerplatte stage on the Baumholder military training area saw the biggest crowds of the rally. Several other crews had problems on the Panzerplatte stage, but Elfyn and Phil were second quickest, only losing a fraction and a half a second over the 46 kilometres. The afternoon saw a repeat of the morning's 3 stages, and by now the Welsh pair had a lead of over a minute. Third fastest on stage 10 and then 5th quickest on 11, only another visit to the Panzerplatte stage now stood between them and their 3rd successive victory of the year. Once again, the stage claimed several victims who fell foul of the concrete Hinkelstein tank traps that line the road. Not Elfyn and Phil, though, who, despite a spongy brake pedal, claimed their 3rd stage win of the event to take the victory.
150. Keep right over long crest, and 3 left, very long, and middle of the crest. Get in there! Get in there! Yoo-hoo!
As daylight faded, they returned to Trier and the applause of their mechanics. In the end, their winning margin just under 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Feels great, you know, it's the 3rd win for us now in a row, and it feels fantastic to have come here and won. Very difficult event for us. Started off very tricky, adjusting the car to our liking. And got a couple of moments yesterday in early part of the rally. Refocused overnight, some difficult stages this morning. Built up an advantage and had to maintain it for the rest of the day. So very, very happy to get to the end and take another win.
Fastest on that stage this morning really did the job, and yeah, we just managed it well from then. It was quite nip and tuck between ourselves and Jose Suarez going into the stage. I think there's only about 7 seconds between us. So yeah, to take 35 odd seconds off him in that stage, you know, was really good. And like I said, we just had to manage it after.
I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. We've got 2 very difficult rallies remaining, and we still need good points from all of them. So we'll have to keep focusing and, like I say, hope for further success, but I don't know whether another win will be necessary or not.
The victory increased Elfyn's lead in the WRC Academy to 35 points. He'd already shown that he could win on the rough gravel of Greece and the super-fast smooth gravel stages in Finland, and now he'd mastered the asphalt roads of Germany. Next would be the Rally of France in early October.